Do you do upkeep on your car? Things like changing the oil, checking the brakes, and getting your vehicle inspected. Well, you should apply that to your iPhone and iPad as well. Our devices accumulate a lot of data, and cleaning up your devices can help your iPhone and iPad work better. When deleting anything from your device, be aware that when using iCloud, it will likely delete those items across all of your devices. If we haven't met, I'm Ellen from Ellen's Tips for iOS, where I help seniors master their iPhones and iPads. If you find value in this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss when a new video is posted. Let's get started. Let's start with something fun. When did you last change your iPhone wallpaper? With iOS 16, you can create incredible designs, and to do that, you'll need to come into the Settings app on your iPhone, scroll until you see Wallpaper, and in here you can go ahead, hit the plus sign, and create a new wallpaper along with a new lock screen. Next up, let's delete old photos and screenshots. Go through your photo library and delete your unwanted photos and video. Most people don't bother to do this, but there are probably numerous screenshots, videos, and random images cluttering your device. Why not get in the habit of cleaning that up? So once we open up the Photos app, you can do this by year if you choose, or maybe you want to come into Albums and do it by media type, but take the time and get rid of some of those photos and videos that you no longer need. We all download apps that we eventually never use. Consider uninstalling them to save space on your iPhone and iCloud. Unused apps tend to slow down your device and continue to download updates automatically. To take a look at this option, you'll want to come in to the Settings area. You'll scroll and tap on General, and now you'll tap on iPhone Storage, and you'll see an option that allows you to offload unused apps. Go ahead and enable that, and the app icon will remain on your device. You won't lose any data, and you'll save some space in the process. As you can see on my device, I would save over 20 gigabytes of space by enabling that feature. You can also scroll through your apps below and tap on an app, and you'll receive an option to either offload that app, meaning the icon remains, your data is intact, but the app's removed from your device, or you can delete the app and all of the data would be removed if you deleted it. And if you store that across your devices, it would be deleted across all of your devices. Now let's check our battery usage. To look at your battery usage to determine where you're spending most of your time and see if there are areas where changes can be made, you'll want to open up the Settings app. You'll want to tap on Battery. And then here you can see the apps using the battery over the last 24 hours or the last 10 days. In addition, it lets you see the battery drain through active use or background activity. So if you have apps like weather, music, Facebook that are updating in the background, we want to make sure that we toggle maybe that background app refresh off so that these apps aren't updating in the background, because they really don't need to. They only need to refresh when we open the app. So I'm going to tap on Facebook so that you can see that Facebook over the last 10 days has refreshed in the background 2 hours and 4 minutes. And so we can turn that option off. To do that, I'm going to tap on Settings. I'm going to tap on General, and now I'm going to tap on Background App Refresh. And here I'll scroll down to the Facebook app, and I can toggle that switch off, and Facebook now will only refresh when I open it up. And so you can go through your apps and toggle those switches off for any of the ones that you don't feel like they need to refresh in the background. Messages with lots of images can take up a large amount of space. And to check that and delete some of those messages, you'll want to open the Settings app. You'll want to tap your name at the top. You'll then want to tap on iCloud. And now go ahead and tap on Show All. Once you're into the Show All area, tap on Messages and then select Manage Storage. As you can see, my messages are taking up over 42 gigabytes of storage. I can tap on Manage Storage and tap on Top Conversations and see the messages that are using up the most amount of space. And those messages probably have lots of images in them. So to delete a message, just swipe to the left and that will delete that message. And so you can go through all of your messages and determine which ones you want to get rid of and save some storage space. How about cleaning up your contacts by going through old and duplicate contacts? iOS 16 has added a really cool feature for merging contacts if you have duplicates. To find it, you'll want to open up the Contacts app, and then you'll see right at the top, give it a few seconds, or if it's not showing, there it is. It sometimes takes a couple of seconds to show. It'll show you that it found 11 duplicate contacts. You can go ahead and tap on View Duplicates, and you can choose to merge all if you want. You can ignore, or you can tap into a duplicate contact and take a look and then see whether or not you want to merge this contact. So that's how you would take care of duplicate contacts. But then you also might want to go through your contacts list and delete any contacts that you no longer talk to or that you no longer need on your device. You may be unaware of ScreenTime. ScreenTime aims to help you regain control and make you aware of the time you spend on your devices. To see your activity, you'll want to open the Settings app. You'll want to then scroll and tap on ScreenTime. And then here you'll see a list of all your activity if you've set it up. If you haven't set it up, let me show you what it looks like on the iPad, and you'll see that there's an option to turn on ScreenTime. Go ahead and turn that on, and your device will start gathering data on how much time you spend in apps and other areas of your device. Now, I'm going to come back to the iPhone so that you can see the daily average that I spend, on my devices. And below that, you can select to turn on downtime so that when this is turned on, it will limit the amount of time you spend on your device. It'll actually tell you that, it's not going to allow you to use your device. You can then also look at all of your activity by tapping on See All Activity. Let me go back and just show you that again. See All Activity. And then here in the upper right corner, if I tap on that, you'll see all of the devices that are gathering data on ScreenTime. And you notice that my iPad isn't there because I haven't turned ScreenTime on my iPad. But here you can look at either of these devices individually, or you can select all devices and you'll see the screen time that you spend on all of your devices, and it tells you the total screen time, and you may be shocked at what you see. So you might want to turn on screen time just to get an idea of how much time you're spending on your device and which apps you're spending the most time in. And then maybe you want to set up some of these limits to decrease the time you spend in those apps or on your device. Check app permissions. It's always a good time to maintain your privacy and security by checking on which apps are tracking your data or your location. And to do that, you'll want to come in to the Settings app. You'll want to then tap on Privacy and Security. And here you'll see that I have location services turned on, and below that you'll see tracking. I'm going to just tap into tracking, and you'll see that I allow no apps to track me. I have turned all tracking off. So you can go in and check to see if there's any apps that you want to turn tracking off for. I'm going to go ahead and tap on Back in the upper left corner. And now I'm going to tap into location services. And for the most part, I only use location services when I'm using an app. So let me come into an app, a weather app that I use called Carrot. And here you can see when you allow this app to use your location. And so if you're using a weather app, you probably want to turn on precise location, but you don't have to always allow it. You can choose to use while using the app so that when you open the app, that's when it uses your location. I'm going to tap on Back in the upper left corner. And so for the most part, you can see that most of them, I allow them only when I'm using the app or never. So there may be apps that you never want to share your location with. And so some of those may be financial apps that are on your device. But go through these settings and see which of these mobile apps you want to stop from either tracking you or sharing your location. So much information in this video. Take your time, go through it as often as you need. Cleaning up your iPad and iPhone will keep your device running in tip-top shape. And if you have a maintenance tip you want to share, throw it in the comments section below. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.